Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get started in Electric State. If you don't know what Electric State is, it's a dark RP game on Roblox that I really enjoy. Dare I say it's my favorite Roblox game. So I'm on a different account right now just to start out from nothing and show you how to get started. Because when I first played this game I quit immediately just because I was so confused on how to do anything. And then a month later, I just kept trying, and I was finally able to actually get into the game, and now it's probably my most played Roblox game. So, let's get into it. To start off, when you spawn in, you'll most likely spawn in the center right here. I believe that's how it works. So, you will have your menu, which you can open with T. So, tell your controls down here. You have T for your menu, B for your build mode, and G for your backpack. You start out with $1,200 and 0 auroras. Auroras are like the premium currency of the game used to buy crates and stuff like that. You cannot buy cash with Robux, but you can buy auroras with Robux. But you don't really need to, because there's other ways to get auroras. Okay, so, to start off, I'll show you all the things on the menu. So you have your actions right here. So that'll be all this, which I'll show you in a bit. You have the rules, which is just a bit of a guide, so it'll tell you how to like craft, where to get guns, and like merchants, building nodes. It tells you kind of what you need. It used to not do that, so when I was playing, the rules didn't have any tips, so I needed to find YouTube tutorials like this. And when you first join the game, you'll see this. This is your job. All you're gonna do is you're probably just going to go down here and select scavenger. So you'll scroll down, see basic, scavenger, and apply. That'll spawn you in as a scavenger. And then you also have your shop right here. So this is where you buy ammo and money printers. You might also notice you have scavenge and catalog and hunger. I'll get to that in a bit. First we'll just head over here. So this is the map. You kind of, this is the main town center, this is the town. It's a pretty big map, but you really only have to worry about this town area. And also I recommend joining a small server like I did. So you have this town area and you can build. So one of the first things that you want to do is probably build a base so you can just start getting money. And I know a lot of people ask, how do you get cars? I'll show you that in just a bit. But first we're going to start off by building a base. So what you're going to do is you're going to press B for build mode. It says it right here. B for build mode. And you'll have this giant menu pop up, so many different things. All you need to focus on is your mouse and this side part for now. That's all you need to focus on. Don't worry about anything else. And the controls right here. That's another thing you need to focus on because it will tell you how to build. You're going to zoom out and you'll see this green square. This is your build node. This is claiming land for you to build in. So if you don't claim land, you can't build, and no one can build in your node. So you see there will be certain like weird size nodes. These are just so you don't build in the middle of the map and ruin the game. And then there will be other nodes like this person's node right here, which has their base built in it. Just find an empty space for you to claim and just claim it. So we're gonna go right here. This looks like a good place, and we'll claim it. Now that we have that claimed, we can place stuff. Now, what you want to do to start off with is press Z, as it says right here, and change that to 0.5 studs. This is just giving you a bit of a grid so you can be more precise in what you're building. So, you want to start off by just doing a bit of farming to make simple cash, and it won't get people targeting you and stuff. So, to farm, you're going to need to go to, I believe, productions and use your corn farm. Now, you want to be you don't want to spend too much money because you only have a certain amount of money, and you get like 200 every 5 or 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure. But you start off with 1.2k. or 1,000. Might be 1,000. I got money before I started, but it's around that point. And you'll be using your capital cargo station. This is where you sell items. You can sell any item, almost any item you find at there for money, but it's better to normally sell them to people, unless it's like if it's guns or loot, sell it to people. But if it's just like materials or like produce, you sell that here. But you can sell guns if you really want to. You just will get barely anything to what they're actually worth. Now, this used to cost money in the old versions of the game, but they made it free, which is very good. But you're gonna start off by just building somewhere to put your farm area, just so you have a place to hide out in if stuff outside gets a little crazy. So keep in mind you can only build in the green area, but we're not going to be building too big. You do have prefabs. These are what a lot of players will start off with, and you can start off with this, but it just kind of depends what you want to do, if you really actually want to do that. It's a pre-built base, but it costs $1,000, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme of things once you actually get into the game, but I'd say it's probably a worth it thing to do if you're interested in the base building aspect of the game. So that'll be in the prefab section right here. And your farms are in production because you're producing money with the production. You have interactive lighting walls. If you don't want to do that, you could just place a few fences and like maybe add a door to them, just so you have a bit of a safe area. By the way, X to delete. Put your mouse on something and press X, and it will be deleted. But for this, we're going to start with the prefab, because we can still get like 2 farms, which I believe is the limit. You can only have 2 corn farms, which is right here. You can get other types of farms later on, and then you'll need to be a farmer to use those, but we're not going to get into that. We're just starting off. I'll do a part 2 to this, upgrading bases and stuff. But we'll start off by just getting a prefab. You can click them and kind of see what they look like. They're a pretty like okay sized base. You have this one, which is the garage, a really open place with a giant door. This is good if you want to make a shop starting off. You have your house, which is a nice area that has windows. It's more on the small side of things, but you could probably turn it into 2 stories if you tried hard enough. And then you have your house wasteland 2. This is an all-around place if you're not trying to make a shop. But I will be starting off with the garage just because that is the way to go. You want to make shops later, but we'll be starting off with the garage wasteland. And we'll modify it so people can't just like walk into our base. So we're gonna place that wherever we want. Make sure it's like not floating. Make sure it's in the ground. So place that here, and boom. If you press B, you can get out of build mode again, and you'll see you have your garage. It's a pretty nice place, but it's really empty, and people can just walk straight through the walls. So that's no fun. So we're gonna start off by getting a bit of lighting, just so it makes stuff a bit easier to see, because right now it's nighttime. So we're gonna just grab a grab something. You can choose whatever light you want, but I recommend using ceiling lights and doing a bit of a trick. So you're gonna press E to surface attach. So surface attach means it will place on a surface instead of just being like this. If you press E, it'll place it like a kind of aligned with it. So you see, if I do surface attach, it'll kind of place it on there. You're gonna press E to turn on surface attach. You'll see it's on here, and then you're gonna place that on your ceiling. And this is making non-visible lighting. It's really nice to do. It's a little trick I use in a lot of my builds. You're just gonna place like one here, one here, one here, and one here. If you zoom out, that should be a good enough light. You might notice this is the most annoying thing in the universe. Here's a bit of a trick. It took me a while to learn this. You see this up here? Edit. You're gonna click that. You're gonna press J to turn on local access. So once you click something, press J, and that should turn it on. And you see it will be like aligned with stuff. And you can just kind of make sure your set increment is at 0, so you can smooth move it, and you're just gonna move it up just like a few millimeters, just so you can't see that texture. Like that. And you can find other ways to light your building, but this is what I do, and I find that this works. It's really nice, and as long as your building has a roof like this, it is good. Also, by the way, that is a item you can get. So if you see people teleporting around and they're using an item that has like crows or those things, that's just an item normally, because there are some exploiters, but they're pretty good at getting rid of them in the game. But there'll be people with their special items teleporting around and stuff. They're kind of hard to get, but you don't need to worry about that. And then you'll have this. So what we're gonna do is grab a wall, and you're gonna take a resizable wall, and I would put it on a 0.2 axis, and just use the resize tool up here. Kind of resize it. So we're gonna try getting this to be like the correct size and everything. So if we switch to edit and then move it just a bit by using the 0 stud increment, make sure you press J so it's aligned correctly. Just like this, we have a pretty much flush wall with a bit of a crack here, but we can fix that. Boom. A flush wall just from that, and then we're going to switch back to resize and resize that all the way up here. You might notice that it's kind of going through the wall up there, so we're just going to go back to edit and just move it down till it doesn't clip. And you're going to click place to finish your editing. You want to make sure you place it. It can go through the ground, that's fine, you just don't want it colliding with your wall. So we're going to move that up just a bit more. I'm a bit of a perfectionist with building, so I like having everything flush and perfect. So boom, now we have that, and we're gonna use the edit tool, select it, and we're going to need to change the color so it matches the wall if you want to do that. So this is a concrete from the looks of it, so we're gonna select concrete, and we need to find whatever color it is. So it might be buttermilk, nope, it'll be lighter. Maybe it's pastel yellow. Nope. Khaki? Nope. And it might take you a bit to find stuff. It's always a bit difficult finding the exact color of stuff. I think I moved it a bit. We'll just unselect it so it doesn't change that. Beige. It's not the easiest thing to find the exact color, and if you don't want to have the exact color, let's say like we could make it look like a garage door, and that'd be perfectly fine. We could just change this to diamond plating and do like dark stone gray, and maybe move that down a bit. Boom, now we have a garage door, and we don't need to worry about finding the colors of stuff. So there's creative ways to just kind of bypass having to find the exact colors of stuff. So you could try finding the exact color if you want to, or just turn it into a nice garage door. You won't be able to open it, but it'll look nice, and that's what matters. This will be your shop window, but I would recommend for now just maybe using a fence to just close it off. So make sure you're using your 0.2 stud increment or 0.5, whatever you want to do. Unless you want to keep that open, you can do whatever you want. Just, I recommend while you're starting off in the game, just fencing it off. You could even make it so they can't see in, but as long as you're not doing anything illegal, like money printing, having a nice window here would be fine. You could use a fence or use glass. I'll stick with the fence, so we can easily remove it later. Of course, right now we have an open door, so we're going to want to, like, you know, take care of that. So we're going to go to the door section, select door, and, well, we're going to place it. So, for placing our door, we're going to make it a nice wooden door. It'll only be the rim that will be the right color, but it'll still look nice. The door frame color will be wood. So if I go to like 0.1, this should be about right. Yep. And you see the wood, it has like a wood frame. That's as close as you can. You can't change the metal door a bit. We have a very nice home here. And you can start building in here and placing your farms. So we'll put our farms in the corner. So if you press B again, go to production, and press corn farm. So we're gonna use a 0.5 increment. We'll place a farm here and a farm here, and we should have $0 now. So this will be all our money we're using, but it will be worth it because we'll be making that money back in no time. Then you can place a capital cargo station. And now, oh, let's just quickly delete that and make sure you select default color and default material, just so it looks nice, because then it lets off a bit of light. Then you press E to plant. It's free to plant stuff, you just wait. When it grows, you'll sell it, and you'll make your money back. So yeah, this is how you can start making money. And if you want, you can like start decorating. So you can go to furniture, really just make a nice little homely place to stay in. So we'll start off by doing that. I'll probably time-lapse this and we'll see what it's like when we're done. So yeah, I'll do this. Okay, that's looks like my food is done growing. So I've just been decorating a bit. You saw someone trying to attack me earlier, but that might happen sometimes. You'll get raided. Your best bet is to just hide or just stay away from it. When you die, there will be a new life roll thing, so I'll show you that. But first, we'll start off by harvesting. So when you harvest, you just press E. You take your cargo, press E, and you get $500. And then you can plant it again. As you can see, there's a lot of like decoration stuff you can do. This game has a lot to do. So this is just what I built in a few minutes. I'll show you what happens when you die. So I believe if I reset. You'll see this will be here for like maybe around 2 minutes. It just means when you die you can't go exactly back to where you were and kill the person that was raiding you or something. But once this goes away, you can continue doing what you're doing, kill the person that was raiding you. You just can't walk through here or shoot through here, but they can still shoot you. You'll see I have like 1.4k just from selling my crops and getting my paychecks while building. And I'll show you how to get a vehicle. So around the map there'll be crates, and these crates you can get like vehicles from them. For example, right here, there's a crate here. You go to catalog, and then you can open it right here. So you find scavenge crates, then click open. And you get a random thing. For example, I got a scavenge station. That's how you get Auroras. So you use that. Fly a little drone to pick up Aurora crates, old world crates. Also, never buy scavenge crates. It's not worth 50,000. They're never worth it, okay? You can see the rarity here, but it will force you to get a car, and it will force you to get the bottom 3 blue things. But, yeah. You can find crates every once in a while, and that's how you get a car from those crates. And then to spawn in the car, once you get it, you press G, go to vehicles, and you can spawn it in for like $500 or something. One thing you might want to get is a crafting station. So you can go to production and buy crafting station. We'll go ahead and just, you know, put this over here, or we'll put it right here. We might move it back a bit. This you can use to craft things. So if you get like weapon blueprints from the crate, from crates and things, you can use those weapon blueprints and craft them here. You can only craft like 2 at a time, and it's more efficient to be a gun dealer. But this is just a simple way to start crafting things. One thing you might be thinking, do my builds save when I leave? Yes and no. You have to save them or else they won't save. So to save them, you go to actions, you go down to building, and you're going to click save/load. And you're just going to go to save one or so and just click save. Now, if you just place something, you're going to need to wait like 30 seconds, because if you spend money on something, it gives you around 30 seconds to refund it by deleting it, in case you accidentally like placed it or something. So you just want to wait for that to be done, then you can save it. It just prevents people from getting infinite money. And then it will say data saved, and then when you click load, it will load it in the exact position. But if there's someone who built here, it won't let you load it, and you'll have to click load new position, and it will just pop up with a thing, and you can place it like any other item. It will place your node also, so you don't need to place a node. It will automatically place the node. You just find an empty place and you'll place it. There's also signs, if you saw me do that in the time lapse. You can go to interactive and go to billboard sign 1, and you can place that here. I do not know why the piano is interactive. It's just decoration. You can't play it, so keep that in mind. But yeah, you can place signs. You can have 2 signs on your base, and if you get Game Pass, you can get other stuff. Oh, also, some of these stuff like taps, vending machines, slot machine, soda machine, fuel station, those don't do anything, but feel free to place them for like decoration. The jobs no longer exist, but you can still place them. They look cool, and they're nice. And make sure you save every once in a while. There's a cooldown to how much you can save, but you can do it like every 5 minutes if you need to, but yeah, it's pretty good. Just, it's a good idea to save in case you crash or your base gets destroyed or something. If someone destroys your base with C4, blows it up, it's gone. Oh no, I'm so scared. Don't save it or anything. Just wait and it will respawn after like 5 or so minutes. Your base will respawn and everything will be fine if your base gets blown up. So it's best to just wait it out. Probably in part 2, I will show you how to like get a shop up and running so you can actually sell items. And that'll be a good way to get money. Selling guns to people, then you have guns for yourself. Because you can, so when you leave or die, you lose everything that's in your inventory, but you can also save items in your inventory. So I'll try showing you that if I ever get an item. You can save them here, and you can save 10 things, and it'll save when you leave and all that. If you look around the map, you'll find crates. There's always one there. It'll respawn every once in a while. I believe sometimes there's one there, and there can be all around the map. These are also things you can find. So if you find like pieces of scrap, these are used for crafting. But if you do scavenge them, you can still sell this stuff at your station. So that's a good way to get money. That's what this does. So your hunger, once it goes, eating heals you. Well, it's more drinking. So cola is the food. You can't eat your crops. and if your hunger is, I believe, above halfway, you will gain a scavenge charge, and those are what you use to loot. So if you want to scrap one of those trucks or like get a box or something, you'll need a scavenge charge right here. So I have 6, and you gain them every few minutes if your hunger is at above half. It just prevents people from like just getting everything in the map and not letting anyone else get anything. But as you can see, we can sell this for 400, and we have our crops. Make sure to plant them. And boom, now we're like doing good on cash, and we've just started in this game. If you have any more questions about how to get started, leave them in the comments below. I will surely help. And of course, I will be making a part 2 on like how to do this and everything. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. And goodbye.